much in my life. Just sweets. Because I'm only 8. But I think the best thing for me is playing with my little sister, Ava. She's only 4, so I'm a lot older than her.
I am a lot older than her, she says. She's 8 years old. And how old is Ava? How old is Ava? She said.
Four, four.
Yeah,
She's a
she's a
lot
lot
older than
older
her.
than her. She's a lot older than her. I'm a lot older than
I've
her.
also got a brother, Dominic.
I have also got a brother, Dominic.
He's 6. But he doesn't like the games I like.
But he doesn't like the games I like. He doesn't like the games I like. Easy sentence. He doesn't like the games I like. Can you tell me the object of this sentence? Okay, can you repeat the sentence you heard?
But he doesn't like the games.
He doesn't
What
like
I
the
like.
game I like.
What I like.
No, no, no. This is why careful listening is important. And maybe once or twice is not enough, over a long period of time. He doesn't like the games I like. He doesn't like the games I like. Okay? Trust me, this line was in the elementary course as well, very early, unit 2, 3, 4, and now we are in the pre-intermediate course, unit 8, 7. So we have had a lot of opportunities to listen to sentences like this.
He doesn't like the games that I like.
That is, if you feel the need to use that, that's a weakness. Okay. If you always feel the urge to use that word that there, it means it's a weakness in English. Because in English, that use of THAT is unnecessary. You can drop it.
Yes.
Say the sentence.
He doesn't like the games I like.
He doesn't like the games I like. He doesn't like the games I like. I must tell you, as a teacher, what I expect from my students. Only one thing, when I give them a listening task, I don't want them to get tired of listening. I want them to be hungry to listen again and again and again and again. And every time they listen, they catch some words. He used this, she said this means this. Every time you listen, you learn something. So don't get tired of listening. That's what I want. I don't want you to feel tired of what you're listening to. Okay, that's it. That's it. Don't get tired. Don't say, oh, enough. Don't say
Yes.
it's enough. Never. That's all. Unless you can explain every single word in the audio. This is what I want from you. And trust me, you guys will learn so much grammar. Because especially when I'm talking about, listen, I'm talking about the course material. Okay, these audio files have been specifically designed for your needs, and that's why I said I don't want you to be tired of listening to these things unless you 100% understand what you're listening to. Not 90, not 95, 100. Every single word is on your mind. Remember, I'm not asking you to memorize anything here. I'm just asking you to understand what you're listening to. And for that, multiple listening is necessary. Okay, I'm a lot older than her. I have got an elder brother, Dominic. I don't like the games he likes. He doesn't like the games I like. I don't like the clothes today's girls wear. Got it, people? Did you find a similar sentence? It was a similar sentence or not? I don't like the clothes today's girls wear. आज की लड़कियां, today's girls. Okay? I love the things my mother cooks. I love the jokes you tell. Now, in these sentences, I love the jokes you tell. What is the object? To understand the object, you need to ask yourself, I love what?
You tell.
I love the jokes you tell.
The joke.
I love what? Because after love, the
The
object can be
joke.
found. There are only two
The
questions for
joke.
the object, who and what. I love the jokes you tell.
The joke you tell.
The jokes you tell. I love the jokes you tell. So here the object is the jokes you tell. And you tell, this is a subject for combination. What is it doing? It's qualifying the
That's the joke.
jokes. So it is doing the job of an adjective, yes or no?
Yes, it is a
It is
adjective.
doing the job of an adjective. What does an adjective do? An adjective gives you extra information about a noun. A big
Yes.
room. The room, and the room is big, a big room. Big is the extra information about the room. So I love the jokes you tell. Which jokes? The
You tell.
jokes you tell. I love the jokes you tell. He doesn't like the games I like. Got it, everyone?
So he isn't as much fun to play with as
So he isn't as much fun to play with as Ava.
Ava.
Eva. So he isn't as much fun to play with as Eva. Now Ella is comparing her brother Dominic and her sister Eva. He says, the girl says, that my brother Dominic doesn't like the games I like. And that's why he isn't as much fun to play with as Eva. Do you understand the flow of the language, the words here? उसको वो गेम पसंद नहीं आता जो हमको आता है, इसलिए उसके साथ खेलने में उतना मजा नहीं आता जितना ईवा के साथ मजा आता है. हिंदी तो ऐसी ही होती है. अब इंग्लिश में कैसे अरेंज कर रहे वर्ड्स को? वर्क विद मी, वर्क ऑन योर माइंड, ट्रेन योर ब्रेन. कम ऑन. Dominic doesn't like the games I like. And that's why he isn't as much fun to play with as Eva. ईवा जितना मजा नहीं आता उसके साथ खेलने में. So Dominic isn't as much fun to play with as Eva. आपसे बात करने में उतना मजा नहीं आता जितना मुझे XYZ से बात करने में आता है. You are not as much fun to talk to as XYZ. You are not as much fun to talk to as XYZ. You're not as much fun as XYZ. Fun in what way? Fun to talk to? Fun to play with? आपके साथ पढ़ने में ज्यादा मजा आता है, उसके साथ पढ़ने में उतना मजा नहीं आता है. He isn't as much fun to study with as you. He isn't as much fun to study with as you. कौन सा हिस्सा डिस्टर्ब कर रहा है आप लोग को? काफी देर से चुप्पी लगाए हो, रिपीट भी नहीं कर पा रहे. रिपीट कर रहे हो क्या? अगर
Sir,
कर रहे हो,
English isn't as much fun to speak with as Hindi.
अच्छा ठीक है. यहाँ ये विद क्यों आता है ये समझने की जरूरत है.
Yes,
क्या
sir.
आप हिंदी के साथ बात करते हैं या हिंदी बोलते हैं? यू स्पीक हिंदी और
Hindi
यू स्पीक
बोलते
विद
हैं.
हिंदी?
Speak Hindi.
तो विद क्या कर रहा फिर वहां?
अच्छा, मैं सेंटेंस
इंग्लिश
लिख
इंग्लिश इजंट एज मच फन टू
as much
स्पीक
fun to
एज हिंदी.
speak as Hindi.
इंग्लिश इजंट एज मच फन टू स्पीक एज हिंदी. इंग्लिश बोलने में उतना मजा नहीं आता जितना हिंदी. राइट. इंग्लिश
Yes,
इजंट एज मच फन टू स्पीक एज हिंदी. लेकिन आपके साथ बात करने में उतना मजा नहीं आता जितना XYZ. You are not as much fun to speak to,
fun
talk
to
to
speak to
as
as
XYZ. क्योंकि आप
XYZ.
you talk to XYZ, you talk to you, है ना? You talk to somebody. That's why वहां पर do था. क्रिकेट खेलने में उतना मजा नहीं आता है जितना फुटबॉल खेलने में आता है.
Cricket
Everybody.
isn't as much fun to play with as
You didn't
क्या
learn.
था?
You didn't learn.
नहीं नहीं, प्ले भूल गई मैं। क्रिकेट के बाद क्या था सर?
फुटबॉल में जितना मजा आता उतना फुटबॉल में क्रिकेट में नहीं आता.
As
क्रिकेट
football.
इजंट. फिर से बोलते हैं
Cricket isn't as much fun to play with football
कि
as
विद क्यों
football.
लगाया, विद क्यों लगाया आपने?
अच्छा, विद नहीं लगाना है।
नहीं, आपने क्यों लगाया? आप ये बताएंगे. ये नहीं कि अच्छा नहीं लगाना, यही तो गलत चीज है. अगर आप मेरे पर डिपेंड करोगे तो मैं
क्रिकेट
हमेशा
के
रहूंगा आपके
साथ खेलते हैं ना, क्रिकेट के
साथ.
साथ ये
सेंटेंस बोले तो इंग्लिश
क्रिकेट।
में यू प्ले क्रिकेट और यू प्ले विद क्रिकेट, सीधा सीधा.
यू प्ले क्रिकेट।
तो विद कहाँ था जो आया? आपको विद समझना होता, कहाँ से आता है वो. यही नहीं समझ पा रही हैं आप. बाकी लोग गौर करें. क्रिकेट इज नॉट एज मच फन टू प्ले एज फुटबॉल.
क्रिकेट इज नॉट एज मच फन टू प्ले एज फुटबॉल।
राइट. नाउ अब हम लोग क्या एक कदम आगे नहीं बढ़ा रहे हैं? जो पहले दिन हम लोगों ने कोशिश करी, पॉजिटिव डिग्री, कंपैरेटिव डिग्री, सुपरलेटिव डिग्री, अब उसी में वैरायटी ऑफ सेंटेंसेस देख रहे हैं कि नहीं हमारे ऑडियो फाइल में? बढ़ रहे हैं आगे. तो अगर आप भी ऐसे छोटे छोटे स्टेप्स लेना चाहते तो हर एक, आपको क्या लगता है इस पूरे यूनिट में सिर्फ और सिर्फ एक चीज के बारे में बात हो रही है देखा जाए तो? मेनली वो है कंपैरेटिव, सुपरलेटिव, पॉजिटिव एडजेक्टिव्स, डिग्री, लेकिन क्या इतने पन्नों में कैसे एक चीज के बारे में बात कर सकते हैं इस तरह से? अब एक नया ऐड कर रहे हैं उसमें फ्रेज. बोलो. सोने में टीवी देखने में उतना मजा नहीं आता जितना सोने में, इसलिए हम सोते हैं.
Watching TV is not is not as much fun to sleeping.
Other people, it's easy. Watching TV isn't as much fun. आगे कोई तो बोल दे. रुकैया, जिशान, अंकित. Watching TV isn't as much fun
To sleep.
as sleeping. दो बार as नहीं बोलते थे, भूल गए क्या यार? अभी तक तो as कर रहे थे बीच में, नहीं. वॉचिंग क्रिकेट इज नॉट एज मच फन एज फुटबॉल. दो चीज को कंपेयर किया. हाँ, टीवी देखना और सोना को कंपेयर करे तो टू कहाँ से आया पता नहीं चला. तुम्हारे तुम अलग अलग हिस्सों पे फोकस नहीं कर पा रहे उतना, इसीलिए. ठीक है, कंपेयर करो. क्रिकेट इजंट एज मच फन एज फुटबॉल. क्रिकेट इजंट एज मच फन टू प्ले एज फुटबॉल. क्रिकेट इजंट एज मच फन टू वॉच एज फुटबॉल. क्रिकेट देखने में उतना मजा नहीं आता जितना फुटबॉल देखने में आता है. क्रिकेट इजंट एज मच फन टू वॉच एज फुटबॉल. क्रिकेट खेलने में उतना मजा नहीं आता जितना फुटबॉल. क्रिकेट इजंट एज मच फन टू प्ले एज फुटबॉल. तुम्हारे साथ खेलने में उतना मजा नहीं आता जितना तुम्हारे भाई के साथ खेलने में आता है. यू आर नॉट एज मच फन टू प्ले विद एज योर ब्रदर.
As your brother.
ओके. रुकैया, जब हमारे पास एडजेक्टिव है तो मच की क्या जरूरत है? ओके. इसमें मच नहीं चाहिए था. पुलाव isn't as delicious to eat as biryani.
Okay, sir.
Pulao isn't as delicious to eat as biryani. अब बोलना है पुलाव बनाना उतना चैलेंजिंग नहीं है जितना बिरयानी. पुलाव बनाना उतना मुश्किल नहीं है जितना बिरयानी बनाना. Go ahead, Rukaiya. Speak. Anybody else can also answer?
Pulao is
That's right, Arish. But example अकेले दिया मैंने सुना बाकी क्लास का फायदा नहीं हुआ. So don't write. Nobody will write. Okay, because the messages come directly to
Pulao
me.
isn't as difficult to make as biryani.
Yes, ma'am. Do you agree, ma'am? Pulao isn't as difficult to cook as biryani. Pulao is easier to cook. This is what it means, right? Pulao isn't as difficult as biryani.
Yes.
Arish, speak to the mic, through the mic.
Sir, I have written my sentences. Playing PUBG isn't as much interesting as Free Fire.
अच्छा इंटरेस्टिंग के पहले मच क्यों लगा है तुम्हें? और कैमरे पे आ जा भाई. रोज एक ही बात कितनी बार बोलूं?
Sorry,
अच्छा मच क्यों लगा है इंटरेस्टिंग के पहले आरिश?
called
क्योंकि
ABC.
यहाँ मच की जरूरत नहीं है. प्लेइंग पबजी इज नॉट एज इंटरेस्टिंग एज फ्री फायर. क्योंकि हमारे पास तो है ही एज एडजेक्टिव है ना इंटरेस्टिंग. इंटरेस्टिंग क्या है? एडजेक्टिव है ना दोस्तों. वी डोंट नीड दैट. ओके. Any problems, anyone? Make another example if you have any confusions. घर का खाना खाना उतना मजेदार नहीं होता जितना रेस्टोरेंट में खाना. कुछ लोगों को ऐसा लगता है. कैसे बताएंगे?
The eating at home isn't as much as good.
मजेदार के लिए आप फन यूज कर सकते थे कि नाउन के तौर पे एज मच फन.
Sorry, sir.
है ना. याद रखना कि फन एक नाउन था. ओके. इसीलिए हम लोगों ने ऐसा बोला था.
Eating home is not as much fun to eat as restaurant.
हाँ.
सही sir.
Yeah, eating at home isn't as much fun as eating out.
To eat as a restaurant.
Eating at restaurants.
Restaurants.
Bike is as difficult to ride as a scooty.
Okay, riding a bike is as difficult as riding a scooty. Riding a bike is as difficult as riding a scooty. Okay.
Riding as a scooter.
लड़कियों से बहस करना उतना समझदारी वाला बात नहीं होता है या उतना फायदेमंद नहीं होता है. अच्छा रुको 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 आसान बना देते हैं. लड़कियों को समझाना उतना आसान नहीं होता है जितना लड़कों को समझाना होता है. Convincing girls.
Convincing her isn't as easy
As boys.
as convincing boys, right? Guiding girls. Sort of वो भी बोल सकते हैं. Sort of don't use the text. Sort of nobody will use the text. Okay, I'm not gonna check.
Okay,
And be on
sorry.
camera. Be on camera and respond through the mic. Why do you guys do this when it is a small class like this? When it is a big class, I will understand. वहाँ पर focus अलग चीज पे होगी. Okay? Playing Ludo with one person isn't as much fun as playing with multiple people. I'm going to play Ludo after the game. If anybody is interested, let me know, okay? It'll be me and Rasana and maybe some other people.
Sir, I will play.
Okay, Rukaya. So I will send you an invite.
Okay, sure.
Today is Saturday night, Saturday evening. So after the game, we have decided we are gonna play some Ludo. It is gonna be fun. मार पिटाई वायलेंस सारा बदला लिया जाए क्लास का लूडो में. Okay.
Where do you play, sir?
At my home.
Ah, you play online, I guess.
Okay. What did you mean?
It means in which app?
You didn't say that. So which app do we use?
If I say, sir, if you say that you are inviting someone, then I ask where did you play?
Mm-hmm.
It means in which app, sir?
Mm-hmm. I won't accept this means which app. I know it means this, but I still don't want to accept this. I want you to say which app do you play on? Because it's more difficult than saying where do you play. You understand what I'm saying? I want you to be more precise about your wordings as a teacher. That's it. I know totally. I wouldn't argue this way with another person, but with you I will, because you are a student, you are trying to improve your English.
True.
It's not that what you said was wrong.
I just asked casually, sir.
I know. I think it is Ludo King.
Ludo King. Okay. Is
Mhm.
it paid, sir?
Is it paid?
Yeah.
No, it isn't.
It's free, I think.
Yeah, yes, sir, it's free.
You can have 5 players, maximum 6 players. I played one game with 5 players. My goodness, it took 3 hours to finish. I was, so bored because I was stuck, I mean, I lost the game actually, really, honestly. I was the last person, in that game. Last or the third? I was the third. I was the third when there was 6 or 5 of us. I was the third, yes. But it was a boring game because I like it when I win, honestly. I don't like it when I don't win. I want to be the first always.
5 players.
Huh? 5 players, yeah.
I think 4 players.
So this
You
is
know,
not your
Ludo.
online
problem.
Ludo,
This is
online
universal
Ludo is
problem.
interesting. It has been customized, so that 5 players, 6 players, 7 players, even 8 players can play at a time.
Mm.
And it's very difficult, very crowded, very, I will say it is chaotic, when there are so many players. You don't know who you are killing, who you are, okay, capturing, whatever word you use. Because in Hindi, we use different words too, right? We use, in
Mm.
some places, we say marna, in some places, we say katna. Which word do you use? Goti katna, goti marna, goti pitna.
Man, I use
I
man.
use everything, sir. कभी
Mm-hmm.
बोलते हैं मार देंगे पीट देंगे काट देंगे
Mm.
I feel I be
Which
bored.
in Bihar Sharif, most people are more comfortable with Marna. They use it more frequently. So Rukaiya said Marna as well. I also use Marna. आपका 5 से मर रहा है. Saurabh, which word do you use?
Partner.
Yeah, sir. I also use katna. Sometime marna also.
My nephew who lives in Munger, because he has lived in Munger, so he's more used to Katna. And Yasmin ma'am, which word do you use? Marna, Pitna, Katna in Ludo.
Katna.
Yeah, exactly.
Sir, when do you play?
When? After the class today, we are gonna play.
Can I join?
Yeah, of course, I already told you. That you guys
Yes,
can
sir.
join.
I will. I will.
So we have already got 5. It's you,
Yeah.
Jishan,
Sorry, Jisan.
me, and
No, no,
Rukaiya,
no, sorry.
and in
Sir, I have a sentence.
yes, Arish.
Uh, yes, playing Ludo in mobile phone isn't as fun as playing battle royale games.
As much fun, क्योंकि fun noun है ना. As much fun, ठीक
As
है.
much, yes.
हाँ,
For me, this is for me.
yeah.
Sir, is there option to talk their co-players?
No, you can't talk. For that, you have to pay. So what we do, We make a video call, group call, okay, with all those who are not present. And
Because,
uh,
sir, without talking, it will be boring.
yeah, you're right. Absolutely, I agree with you. The last time when I played with my American friend, I had her on my voice call, WhatsApp call, and three players were in the same room as me,
Mm.
and two players were in different places. So we had them on call. Everybody could hear everybody. We could hear each other. We could hear each other. देखो बेटा कुछ बातें होती हैं कैजुअल इंग्लिश जो आप जहाँ जहाँ पे जुड़े हो ना मैं एक एक्सपीरियंस बताता हूँ.
Then I will also join, sir.
Hmm. I don't know if six players can play. I play
Okay.
online chess all the time, Arish. Again, I told you to speak through the mic, but again, you're texting.
Okay, sir. If not possible, then I'll join next Saturday, sir.
Yeah, sure. I
So
was
book my slot. So book my slot in advance.
Kalpana, to book my slot. Maybe that
She
was
is doing pre-booking, sir.
come again, Arish.
I said,
She is
na,
doing
book my
pre-booking.
slot in advance.
Yeah, I can understand that the game is pretty much in demand already.
Then
No,
you
sir.
have to
Game is not
pay,
demanding, sir.
Kalpana
You are
ma'am.
demanding.
Yeah, I'm your teacher, so you guys feel
Yes, sir.
particularly
I want
excited
to
about the
play
game.
while speaking, sir. I will learn.
Oh, yes.
Sir, do you still play at ball pool?
Not as much as I played earlier. Not as much as I played earlier. See the use of much. उतना नहीं जितना पहले खेलते थे, right?
And
Not as often as
another
I played earlier.
another
Sir,
reason is,
often or
sir,
often?
I played
Arish,
with.
it's very
Saturday is
noisy
my
from your
off.
side, Arish. Where can you go to another room, Arish, where there are not many people? Hmm.
Sir, often or often?
Both are correct.
Okay.
Hmm. Let's continue. I, I know, playing with your teacher is a lot more exciting than playing just with your friends because you don't get to play with your teachers a lot, right? And I can imagine when I was a young boy, if I had got a chance to play with my teachers, I would be really excited.
And
So, yes, Kalpana.
and another reason is it is Saturday, so it is a off day.
Yeah, exactly. Um, I think it's a good way to, hang out with friends online, play chess, play Ludo and talk a little bit while you're playing, Fun. It is fun.
Sir,
It's a good way to.
I don't play any online games, sir, because of there is only option typing, chatting with their co-players. So I don't like.
You can disable that option, chatting option. Yes or
No,
no?
sir. I want a calling option there, sir. While
Okay. But
playing, I want to
for that, you have to pay
talk.
money. And second thing, the problem is not everybody is very respectful when the audio call is available. They can be very
Yes, sir.
disrespectful.
That's why I want a familiar a person or co-players.
Hmm. You could have said, that's why I want to play with people I know. That
Yes,
sounds
sir.
more natural in English. That's why I want to play with people I know. People I know. Familiar people I know.
Mm. Okay, okay, sir.
How do you learn these things, Kalpana? When I was younger, I also spoke like you do, okay?
Mm.
And then I got more and more exposure because अगर मेरे कान पे लगातार रोज रोज कुत्ता 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 सुनने को मिलता रहेगा तो मेरे मुंह से भी
Mm.
कुत्ता आसानी से निकल जाएगा ना. तो अगर
Yes, sir.
मेरे
मेरे
कान
मुंह
पे
से
बार बार
निकलता
पीपल आई
है।
लाइक पीपल आई नो ये सब फ्रेजेस सुनते रहेंगे तो मेरे मुंह से भी ऐसे ही फ्रेजेस निकलेंगे, हाँ कि ना.
Yes, sir.
तो सुनते समय हमारा दिमाग उसको एक्नॉलेज कर ले, ये बहुत बड़ी बात
सर
होती
इधर 2 दिन से क्या हो रहा है, आपने मुझे सुनने का सजेस्ट किया, मैं सुनती हूँ बहुत, मतलब आफ्टर जब भी टाइम मिलता है, मैं नींद सपना में भी कभी कभी याद कभी आप कुछ बोल रहे हो, कभी ऑडियो फाइल आ रहा है कान में सपना में।
है. Yeah, it's a good sign, Kalpana. It's a very good sign. It's a very healthy sign for your learning. When people start seeing their class, their teacher, their classmates, their lessons in their dreams, And sometimes if they are having a bath and they're thinking about their lesson, it's a very good sign. It means you are absolutely consuming this whole thing, and it will show its effect very soon. Remember, I'm not laughing about it, because I said it's a very healthy sign. When you start learning a language as an adult, this should happen. It's actually a good, I will say, test evidence that things are going the right way, you know. And if you don't think about your lessons when you are free, when you are outside the class, when you are sleeping, when you are in your bathroom, and you don't have any thoughts of your lesson, it means you're not doing it deeply enough, well enough. It's about being engaged. Have I said this line before? Being engaged. What more evidence do you want of being engaged, that you are not in the class but you're thinking about the class? Think. It means you are totally engaged already. Isn't it the case when you fall in love with somebody and you keep thinking about that person even when they're not around?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that kind of passion you need, that kind of engagement you need with language to learn. If you are an ordinary person, if you are extraordinary, if you're talented, there are no rules for you. You can do anything in any way you want, because you're extraordinarily talented. But if we are normal, average people, ordinary people, then these are the, I will say, as there are landmarks which tell you are on the right path. So these are stages which can tell you that you are on the right path of learning, right track, because you are thinking about it when you are in bed. You're thinking about it when you are in the bathroom. A lot of my successful students would agree that this has happened with them. If you talk to my old students, they would all tell you that this happened with us. Sometimes we had dreams where sir was teaching us. Why? Because they had this all the time on their mind. And you have to train your brain to speak English. It's not finishing some task in the notebook. Oh, I've done my homework. No, it has to be on your mind all the time. You need to be obsessed with it for some time.
Sir,
Can I say, sir?
Yep.
sir,
Hello.
Hmm.
मुझे ना
Okay.
इंग्लिश
Be
नहीं हो
on camera. Be on camera and switch to English. Not in Hindi. You started with mujhe. I don't like your Hindi. I know your Hindi is amazing. You live in Delhi, but I want English. Unmute yourself.
when I start listening audio and then I come to the audio which is related to 18,000 money and all the things. So that video learned means I have easily learned. It is easily learned in my mind. But the
Poor
English,
English, it is easily learned in my mind. What did you mean? You will have to say passive sentences like this. You will not stop making sentences rather than just letting naturally, English take over. It is easily learned in my mind.
yes, means I wanted to learn the English. But when I come to the audio related to means a conversation between you and a person about some money or means 18,000 he has given you and he was means just means fraud call you have. Uh, so I learn I remember the line wise, but I can't learn the English things so naturally as the conversation.
Sir, as you said that I should talk with a person who more
Who speaks better than you,
who
or at
who
least
speaks
as
better
well as,
than me. Yeah,
or
sorry.
as at least as well as you.
Um, yeah, okay. No, no, sir, better than me. Then one of my colleague, who was working with me, whose English is really better, really really nice, because he got promotion and he's now working for USA, and I start talking with him like
Good.
for practice, sir. I said him ki I also I convinced him to make practice with me. and he is helping me, sir.
That's great.
So yeah, he speaks fine.
Good for you.
So maybe, sir, it will be
Again,
helping.
remember,
Yes, sir.
I don't know how good his English is. You are telling me his English is good, but
No,
I
sir.
will,
I am telling you because uh, he got promotion for USA.
you think,
He's
you
work,
think, okay, listen again, I'll
you
say,
he is
right?
working in a health.
Please listen
Uh,
to me.
yeah,
Please listen to me, Kalpana.
yeah. I okay, sir.
Mm, Please don't focus too much on speaking and focus more on listening. Even when you are in a conversation with somebody,
Mm-hmm.
allow them to speak more and you
Okay.
listen more. While you are
Okay.
listening and they are speaking, observe the
Mm-hmm.
phrases and expressions they use. Compare them with the phrases and expressions you use to express the same ideas. For example, when today you said familiar people, I
Mm-hmm.
said the people I know, and you suddenly said yes. So this is how you should be prepared to listen for expressions and phrases that you don't use, but they're using.
Mm-hmm. Okay, sir. And
So
he
even
speaks
when you
very
are in a
fast.
conversation, don't focus more on speaking. Focus more
Okay,
on
sir.
listening.
Okay, sir.
Everybody understands what I'm trying to say, why it is good advice, what I'm saying? Because when you focus on what the other person is saying, their phrases, their expressions, that the ones they use, okay, I'm not going to look at the chat, guys. I'm not going to look at the chat. Okay, don't send me messages. I'm not going to look.
Mm.
It's a small class. You can easily talk to me. Unmute
Driving
yourself.
a car
Mhm.
is not as difficult as riding a bike on highway.
Lovely, Zafri. Very good. Yeah, when it comes to mind, everybody has different abilities, right? Cognitive
Mm-hmm.
abilities are different. Zafri is very sharp. This guy, I don't know, maybe because of whatever reasons, he did not take academics very seriously in his childhood. Otherwise, the guy could have easily gotten a great job, in India. He's got that kind of mind. I'm telling you, trust me, he's very sharp. the the way what is a sharp mind, guys? Have you ever thought about it? Somebody who speaks English well is a sharp minded person? No. Someone who can process the information, new information, quickly process the new information. And I can see that he is academically quite bright, but he never, I think, he took his studies very seriously. I don't know if he had enough motivation. Zafri, you never thought of becoming an officer or something, did you? Never planned, never gave it a thought.
No, sir.
Hmm. Hmm. Let's continue.
She's always waiting is playing with my little sister, Ava. She's only 4, so I'm a lot older than her. I've also got a brother, Dominic. He's 6, but he doesn't like the games I like, so he isn't as much fun to play with as Ava. She's always waiting for me when I come home from school.
Hmm. She's always waiting. She's always.
She thinks he doesn't like the games I like, so he isn't as much fun to play with as Ava. She's always waiting for me when I come home from school.
She's always waiting for me when I come home from school or come back home from school. She's always waiting for me. By the way, I want to tell you, this structure can be used to show annoyance as well. What is special about this structure? She's always waiting for me. Say it in Hindi, everybody. She's always waiting for me.
वह हमेशा उसका इंतजार करती थी.
She's always waiting for me.
She is okay. करती है.
Everybody, she's always waiting for me.
वह हमेशा मेरा इंतजार करती है.
She always waits for me.
वो हमेशा मेरा इंतजार करती रहती है.
Which one? She always
वो
waits
हमेशा
for me.
मेरा
वह
इंतजार कर
हमेशा
रही होती है.
वह हमेशा मेरा इंतजार किया करती है.
Okay, guys, I'm giving you two sentences. Okay, she always waits for me. She is always waiting for me. Can you
वह
तो
compare?
हमेशा मेरा इंतजार
फर्स्ट
करती
वो
है
हमेशा मेरा
और
इंतजार
किया
करती थी
करती है.
और वह हमेशा
वो
मेरा इंतजार
हमेशा मेरा
कर
इंतजार
रही
कर
थी
रही होती है.
नहीं कर रही हुई थी आई थिंक
कर रही होती है.
Yes, Yasmin,
वाज
ma'am.
मैम वाज
No, 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 no. Listen, listen, listen. When I'm using the word always with the continuous, okay, then you have to keep that continuity part in, you have to acknowledge it. I keep saying, when you hear something in English, you need to understand how you can express the same idea, in Hindi. You have to ask yourself. I said, she's always waiting for me. She always waits for me. So she always waits for me is very easy. I'm talking about a repeated action. She always waits for me. वो हमेशा मेरा इंतजार करती है. She always waits for me. But when I'm saying she's always waiting for me, it is continuous ना. तो जो when I come home, she's always waiting for me. वह मेरा इंतजार कर रही होती है, as Yasmin ma'am said. This Hindi suits this context better. प्रॉब्लम आपकी कहाँ है मुझे नहीं पता, या कि हिंदी खराब है या इंग्लिश समझ नहीं पाए, क्योंकि दोनों ही ऑलवेज के साथ है. शी ऑलवेज वेट्स फॉर मी, शी इज ऑलवेज वेटिंग फॉर मी. ध्यान रखिए. अब आती है एक्स्ट्रा बात. ये तो समझ जाना चाहिए था ऐसे ही, हिंदी तो ऐसे ही आ जाना चाहिए था. अब आती है मेन बात जो मैं बताने वाला हूं आपको, जो आपको ऐसे नहीं समझ में आता. सुन लो. दूसरा. ही ऑलवेज वॉचेस टीवी आफ्टर वर्क. ही ऑलवेज वॉचेस टीवी आफ्टर वर्क. काम के बाद हमेशा टीवी देखता है. ही इज ऑलवेज वॉचिंग टीवी. He is always watching TV. Say it in Hindi.
टीवी देखती रहती है.
Exactly. He or she is always watching TV. So this sentence can be used to show annoyance. ये annoyance show करने के लिए यूज करा जा सकता है. Annoyance मतलब चिढ़, किसी बात से कंप्लेन, हमेशा टीवी देखते रहता है. हिंदी में ऐसे ही बोलते हैं. चिढ़ लगती है तो कि हमेशा टीवी देखता है. कौन सा बोलते हैं? चिढ़ बताने के लिए कौन सा हमारे पास हिंदी में?
हमेशा टीवी देखते रहता है.
राइट. तो प्रेजेंट कंटिन्यूअस वाला ऑलवेज कैन बी यूज टू शो अनोयंस. सब लोग समझ गए? बढ़ जाए आगे कि कॉम्प्लिकेट करना है अभी और?
नहीं सर, आगे बढ़ना.
तुम हमेशा बीच में टोकते रहते हो.
You always
interrupting me in between.
You're
interrupting me.
always interrupting. You're always interrupting me. You're always
You are always
interrupting.
interrupting me.
Right? So it can be used, the present continuous with always can be used to show annoyance, guys. Okay? Can be used this way. Got it? Okay, let's continue.
She thinks doesn't like the games I like, so he isn't as much fun to play with as Ava. She's always waiting for me when I come home from school.
Is it also showing annoyance? No, not here. No, not here.
She thinks I'm the best person in the whole world.
She thinks I'm the best person in the whole world. Superlative. She thinks I'm the best person in the whole world.
We usually play hospitals or schools.
We usually play hospitals or schools. These are games, teacher, teacher, doctor, doctor.
I'm the doctor or teacher.
I'm the doctor or teacher.
Of course.
Of course. Of course. Because I'm the older one.
I'm the biggest.
I'm the biggest.
Ella.
When she plays with her younger sister, she's the doctor, she's the teacher, and the younger sister, Eva, is the patient or the student. Okay. Yeah. She doesn't enjoy playing with Dominic so much.
Definitely the best thing in my life is being with my boyfriend.
Definitely, the best thing in my life is being with my boyfriend. The best thing in her life is being with her boyfriend.
Alex.
Alex.
Of course, we sometimes do things together that cost money.
Of course, we sometimes do things together that cost money. Of course, वो भी तो बात है कि ऐसा भी तो करते हैं. Of course, we sometimes do things together that cost money. हमेशा free वाला काम नहीं करते, but we do things together that cost money.
Like going to the cinema, but we don't need to spend anything.
अगर कोई ज्यादा स्ट्रगल करता है फ्लो को समझने में, तो उसका क्लास में रोल उसका सोल्यूशन नहीं है, उसका सोल्यूशन है बार बार सुनने में. ओके दोस्तों, अगर कोई स्टूडेंट ज्यादा स्ट्रगल करे किसी हिस्से पे, बहुत ज्यादा स्ट्रगल करे, उसके फ्लो को ना समझ पा रहा हो, बार बार वर्ड्स मिस कर जाते हो, तो उसका सोल्यूशन सिर्फ और सिर्फ क्लास के बाहर है, सुनने में. अगर आप वो फ्रेज के फ्लो को फॉलो करते हैं, रिपीट कर पाते हैं, उसका मतलब नहीं समझ पाते, देन यू कैन ब्रिंग इट टू मी.
To have a good time, like going to the cinema. The best thing in my life is being with my boyfriend, Alex. Of course, we sometimes do things together that cost money, like going to the cinema, but we don't need to spend anything to have a good time. We offer cinema, but we don't need to spend anything to have a good time.
But we don't need to spend anything to have a good time. We can have a good time without spending anything. We don't need to spend anything to have a good time.
We often just go out for walks.
We often just go out for walks. We go out for walks.
Or sit around chatting.
Or sit around chatting.
He makes me laugh so...
He makes me laugh.
Much.
So much. He makes me laugh. We just sit around chatting.
To spend anything to have a good time. We often just go out for walks or sit around chatting. He makes me laugh so much. He's the funniest person I know.
He's the funniest person I know.
And he's also the nicest friend anyone could have.
And he's the nicest friend anyone could have.
We've been together nearly a year now, so...
We have been together nearly a year now.
It feels like our relationship just gets better and better.
Just gets better and better. Our relationship just gets better and better. Our relationship just gets better and better. मैं दिन ब दिन बूढ़ा होता जा रहा हूँ. कैसे बोलेंगे? आपकी इंग्लिश बेहतर होती जा रही है?
I'm just getting older day by day.
Okay. उसकी स्थिति खराब हो रही है दिन ब दिन. His situation
is getting worse day by day.
Getting worse. You can leave. You can drop. Because we have this speaker today. Yeah.
I think I'm really lucky.
I think I'm really lucky. Well, yes, these are early days in a relationship, first year, always fun.
Oliver. The best thing that's free in my life is my dog, Fudge.
The best thing that's free in my life is my dog, Fudge.
My uncle gave him to me for my 13th birthday.
My uncle gave him to me for my 13th birthday.
He was a puppy and he's 11 now, so...
He was a puppy and he's 11 now, so...
We've grown up together.
We've grown up together. साथ बड़े हुए हैं. We have grown up together.
He was so cute as a puppy, but...
He was so cute as a puppy. एक हिंदी में सेंटेंस बोलूं? ग्रामर रूल बताऊं हिंदी में? है के साथ कोई भी सेंटेंस आ जाए, है ठीक है हो, है ना, तो ये सब
हम्म,
प्रेजेंट होता है, ये तो पक्का
हम्म,
है ना?
हम्म,
है तो प्रेजेंट हो गया, पास्ट तो नहीं हो सकता ना है से।
हम्म,
हाँ, बस इतना ध्यान रखना। और जब वो प्रेजेंट है, अब वो ना सिंपल रहे ना कंटिन्यूअस रहे, तो बचा कौन सा? बचा कौन सा? परफेक्ट।
perfect।
तुम्हें कंटिन्यूअस भी पता है, तुम्हें सिंपल भी पता है, वो ना सिंपल रहे ना कंटिन्यूअस रहे, लेकिन है, तो फिर परफेक्ट हो गया। हम लोग साथ बड़े हुए हैं, मत पता नहीं चल रहा हो, मान लो कि प्रेजेंट परफेक्ट क्या होता है, धीरे धीरे पता चलने
हम्म,
लग जाएगा अगर ध्यान देते रहोगे तो, है ना? हर आदमी सीखता है ना,
हम्म,
जिस चीज के साथ रहता है वो चीज सीखता जाता है। तो वी हैव ग्रोन अप टुगेदर, हम लोग साथ बड़े हुए हैं। प्रेजेंट सिंपल तो नहीं है, प्रेजेंट कंटिन्यूअस तो नहीं है,
नहीं।
है लेकिन, तो बचा क्या? प्रेजेंट परफेक्ट।
I think he's even more beautiful now.
आई थिंक ही इज इवन मोर ब्यूटीफुल नाउ।
What's he like?
व्हाट्स ही लाइक? क्वेश्चन को रिपीट करो, व्हाट्स ही लाइक, सामने वाले ने पूछा होगा व्हाट्स ही लाइक, व्हाट्स ही लाइक?
Well, he's
वेल,
very loving
इज वेरी लविंग एंड
and he's also a bit crazy
इज ऑल्सो a bit crazy, is also a bit crazy.
and he's great fun to play with.
He's great fun to play with. He is great fun to play with. No, he is great fun to play with. He is great fun to play with. This is a good sentence. Thank you for saying that. He is great fun to play with. Now I will explain it more. He is great fun to play with. English is easy to learn. No need to say learn it. English is easy to learn. He is great fun to play with. विनय सर से बात करने में मजा आता है, कैसे बोलेंगे? विनय सर इज ग्रेट फन टू टॉक टू, ओके? और बोरिंग लगता है उनसे बात करना, विनय सर इज बोरिंग टू टॉक टू। बात समझ में आ रही है? बिरयानी बनाना आसान है, बिरयानी इज इजी टू कुक, बिरयानी इज, या another way it is easy to cook biryani, cooking biryani is easy, there are so many different ways. It is easy to cook biryani, biryani is easy to cook, cooking biryani is easy. Are you all getting it, all the options? इंग्लिश सीखना आसान है, गो अहेड, 3-4 ways.
English is easy to learn.
It's easy to learn English.
And
Learning English is
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 easy.
easy. Yeah, all the 3 options, right? Start with English, English is easy to learn. Start with it, it is easy to learn English. Start with learning, learning English is easy.
He may be getting older, but he's
He may be getting older, but
still far more energetic than I am.
he is far more energetic. Learn another phrase.
He may be getting older, but
He may be getting older, but
he's still far more energetic than I am.
he's still far more energetic than I am. He may be getting older. हो, हाँ सही है, हो सकता है कि उम्र बढ़ रही है उसकी. He may be getting older, but concession लेना होता तो ऐसे बोलते हैं. तुम होगा अमीर, हमको खरीद लो थोड़ी ले सकता है. You may be rich, but you can't buy me. ये may be वाला और but के साथ देखना, साथ में आता है दोस्तों. साथ में टुकड़ा काम करता है, ठीक है? होगी वो बहुत सुंदर, मेरे को भाव नहीं खा सकती, मेरे से भाव नहीं खा सकती, हम नहीं देने वाले भाव. She may be a very beautiful girl, but I'm not gonna allow her to act pricey around me. Okay. चलो बोलो और.
Sir,
हाँ.
learning English is not as fun as learning English is not. Sorry, sir.
आराम से, कोई हड़बड़ी नहीं, टेक योर टाइम. गलतियां करो तुम लोग सीखने के दौरान, कोई इशू नहीं है. ये वाला कैसा लगा? होगी सुंदर, मेरे सामने भाव खाने का नहीं देंगे, नहीं है कुछ, ठीक है? शी मे बी अ ब्यूटिफुल गर्ल, बट आई एम नॉट गोना अलाउ हर टू एक्ट प्राइसी अराउंड मी. फ्लो देखना, फ्लो. तो तुम लोग भी ऐसे लाओ, मे बी वाला और बट वाला साथ में.
Sir, learning English is learning English. फिर बोलो।
पहले हिंदी में बता दो मनीषा, फिर मैं बात करता हूँ.
सर रिकॉर्डेड क्लास से इंग्लिश सीखने में उतना मजा नहीं आता जितना क्लास में होकर के मजा आता है।
हाँ, okay. Learning English in a live class is more fun than learning English through a recorded video. Learning English through a recorded video isn't as much fun as learning English in a live class where you have the freedom to talk to your teacher. ओके मनीषा, फ्रीडम लाओ, अपने अपने आप को फ्रीडम दो। सेंटेंस मुश्किल नहीं है, तुम्हारे वर्ड्स कैरी करने का भी क्षमता उतना नहीं बनी है। और इसका फिर से बोलता हूँ बेटा, उस दिन भी मैंने कहा था, आप सब लोग को ही बात कहता हूँ कि एक्यूमुलेट नहीं करना है इंफॉर्मेशन हम हमारे दिमाग में, हमें स्किल डेवलप करना है। ठीक है, एक्यूमुलेट करना इंफॉर्मेशन से क्या होता है कि हम नई चीज सीखने में हमको कोई मदद नहीं मिलती, खाली वो जमा है ढेर सारा के जगह छेके हुए है, वो हेल्प नहीं करता। घर में तुम्हारे 50 लोग बैठे हैं लेकिन कोई तुम्हारी मदद नहीं करता तुम्हारे काम में, सब अपना अपना बैठे रहते हैं। वैसे ही है वो एक्यूमुलेटेड इंफॉर्मेशन इंग्लिश का, नई चीज सीखने में वो कोई मदद नहीं करते, उल्टे और परेशान करते हैं। बट इफ यू डेवलप योर स्किल्स तो वो नई चीज सीखने में मदद करेंगे। ठीक है, इसलिए इंफॉर्मेशन मत एक्यूमुलेट करो, स्किल डेवलप करो। स्किल डेवलप करने में सबसे बड़ा रोल होता है फ्लो को अप्रिशिएट करना, कि कैसे एक बात से दूसरी बात तक हम बह रहे हैं। हमारे वोकैबुलरी, टफ वर्ड्स, ये सब मायने नहीं रखते, फ्लो
सर
मायने रखता है।
learning English through recorded class is not as much fun as being in the class.
Being in a live class where you can talk to the teacher, respond to his questions, the teacher can respond to your comments. But I have a plan. I am going to start a membership now on my YouTube channel. And the students who want the, privilege to watch the recording, they will have to take the membership. And the videos, recorded videos, will only be available for those people who are members.
और मेंबर्स उसमें कैसे होता है सर?
I have 3-4 options here to determine the membership, and I'm going to keep a simple and easy, method where people will have to pay a small amount of money. Not that little, 59 only, 59 rupees. I'm not gonna charge that little. Little, but not that little. 59 rupees only. No, 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 no.
दैट मीन्स 5 रुपीज सर?
Okay, okay, okay. So there will be a small amount of money which will enable you to watch all the videos which are for members only. And I can assure you that from in the future, I'm not going to post my videos, class videos, as public videos. That's for sure. I just wanted this freedom, on YouTube, which I have got. Now I will have my videos for members only, and anyone can join as members and just watch the videos, all the videos, class recordings. Okay, I will make special videos for my audience, and they will be like what everybody does. वहाँ एक्सप्लेन करने की जगह ज्यादा चीजें, कहते हैं ना, जानकारी इकट्ठा कराने वाले वीडियोस, ताकि उस पर व्यूज आ सके। आपको पता है ना, समझाना, आप लोग देखते हो इतने समय से पढ़ रहे हो फिर भी समझने में कितनी मुश्किलें होती हैं आपको, राइट? और मैं वो सब चीजें यहाँ बात कर रहा था जो ज्यादातर वीडियोस में बात भी नहीं हो रही होती है। जैसे अभी हम लोगों ने क्या बात करी थोड़ी देर पहले, 3 तरीके से हम लोगों ने बनाया कि इंग्लिश सीखना मुश्किल है, ठीक है, या आसान है। लर्निंग इंग्लिश इज इजी, इट इज इजी टू लर्न इंग्लिश, इंग्लिश इज इजी टू लर्न। फिर हमने एक सेंटेंस बनाया यास्मीन मैम कि फुटबॉल खेलना ज़्यादा मज़ेदार होता है क्रिकेट खेलने से। क्रिकेट खेलना में उतना मज़ा नहीं आता, प्लेइंग क्रिकेट इज़ नॉट एज मच फन एज प्लेइंग फुटबॉल। और दूसरा तरीका, फुटबॉल क्रिकेट इज नॉट एज मच फन टू प्ले एज फुटबॉल, ये भी एक तरीका था, राइट? तो मुझे वीडियोस ऐसे निकाल के लाइए आप लोग जहां इस तरह से आपके फ्लो पे काम करा जा रहा है कि आप फ्लो कैसे लर्न करें। हाँ, इंफॉर्मेशन एक्यूमुलेट करने के लिए हजारों लाखों वीडियोस हैं, ये इंफॉर्मेशन वो इंफॉर्मेशन एक्यूमुलेट करना। लेकिन स्किल तब डेवलप होगा जब आप किस चीज पे फोकस करोगे दोस्तों? फ्लो पे। होगी वो सुंदर, लेकिन मेरे सामने ज्यादा भाव नहीं खा सकती है। चलो आगे बताओ। हम्म। ओके, हो भले रहते होगे तुम स्मार्ट शहर में, स्मार्ट सिटी में, राइट, लेकिन थोड़ी ना हमारे जैसे लोग हैं तुम्हारे शहर में, हमारे जैसे दिलदार लोग हैं। ठीक है, यू मे बी लिविंग इन अ स्मार्ट सिटी, बट यू डोंट हैव people with such big hearts as we have here in my town. कुछ भी लंबा चौड़ा जितना ले जाना ले जाओ, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, फ्लो है ना।
Sir, I have a sentence.
यस
Uh,
मैम।
she may be rich, but she's not supposed to insult anybody.
Yes मैम, दैट्स फाइन, एब्सोल्युटली।
Or it
She may
is
be
she
rich,
may
but
be
that
rich.
doesn't mean she has the freedom or she has the right to insult people.
She may be rich, but I don't allow her to be insulted
To insult me.
to insult me. Also.
Yeah. Mm.
Sir,
Mm.
a Google translated sentence isn't as useful as translated by yourself.
Come again.
Okay. A Google translated sentence isn't
Mm.
as useful as translated by yourself.
Yeah, exactly. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. A sentence translated by Google isn't as
Yes.
useful. Okay, fine. It can be useful. Maybe it's an opinion. It can be useful, but I understand. May not be as accurate, right? Hmm. Okay, maybe. तुम होगे खूबसूरत, और कुछ और भी लगाओ ना, ऐसे ही वाला कंसेशन वाला सेंटेंस कब बोलते हैं इस तरह से, होगे तुम, भले ही होगे तुम बहुत जानकार, यू मे बी अ वेरी इंटेलिजेंट पर्सन, बट इट डजंट मीन यू कैन इंसल्ट अदर्स। बट का फ्लो देखते हो कितना नेचुरली आता है, बट वहां सोचना भी नहीं पड़ता है, बट आ जाता है ना।
With.
Okay.
He may be getting older, but he's still far more energetic than I am. I'm all
He may be getting older, but he's still far more energetic, far more energetic. तो far word can be used, with comparative. ये समझ आया तुम्हें, लिया तुमने लेसन कि far को हम लोग यूज कर सकते हैं comparative के emphasis को ये बताने के लिए। जैसे you're far richer than me, he's far richer than me, a lot richer, उस तरह से, hey, yeah, he's far more intelligent, he's far more intelligent. हम्म। हालांकि फार ज्यादातर मोर के साथ बोलते हैं, कंपैरेटिव वो ई आर वाले के साथ नहीं बोलते। फार बेटर बोलते भी है, इज फार बेटर देन मी, या ही इज फार बेटर देन मी। गॉट इट?
Sir,
फार
we
बेटर।
can hear far, but much instead of far.
Yes ma'am, yes, you're right, we are using far instead of much to emphasize. The other day I explained that word much to show the emphasis. He's much more intelligent, he's far more intelligent, isn't it? It's more colloquial. Far is more colloquial, much is a little more standard. By the way, guys, I want to tell you, um, जिस तरह से आप सीख रहे हैं इंग्लिश, ये बहुत ही अलग तरह के स्किल डेवलप कर रहे हैं, लेकिन साथ में ध्यान रखना होगा, अगर आप किसी बड़े एग्जाम की तैयारी कर रहे हैं, ओके, तो ये एडवांटेज तो है ये लैंग्वेज स्किल, लेकिन आपको अलग से कोर्स करना पड़ेगा जिसमें आप सिर्फ प्योरली उस एग्जाम में पूछे जाने वाले सवालों के लिए तैयारी करें, उसके लिए स्पेशल तैयारी करें। क्यों? बिकॉज इन एवरी एग्जाम दे चेक योर राइटिंग एबिलिटी। वहां सेंटेंस इंप्रूवमेंट आता है ना। व्हाट इज सेंटेंस इंप्रूवमेंट? एक सेंटेंस सुनना। A lot of big stars like Salman Khan are coming. Is coming, are coming. What do you think? A lot of big stars like Salman Khan is coming, are coming.
Are coming.
सारे सारे लोग सेंटेंस पूरा दोहरा लें।
Stars
Are coming, sir.
like are coming.
A lot of big stars like Salman Khan
Are coming.
Are
coming,
coming.
are coming, is coming.
Are coming.
पता है क्या, ये इज कमिंग आर कमिंग की बात नहीं है। यहाँ तो आपने लैंग्वेज स्किल डेवलप किया और आर कमिंग कहा, बिल्कुल करेक्ट, लेकिन इसमें एक और एरर है सेंटेंस में। हाँ वो भी सही है, वो मैं बता रहा हूं क्या है। ये बोलचाल के लिए एब्सोल्युटली फाइन है, ठीक है। लेकिन अगर आप इसको खांटी ग्रामर से कंपेयर करोगे, दिस सेंटेंस हैज अ प्रॉब्लम, एंड इट शुड बी अ लॉट ऑफ बिग स्टार्स सच एज सलमान खान आर कमिंग। हाँ, लाइक नहीं बोल सकते थे आप, जबकि जरा भी अजीब नहीं लगा होगा आपको लाइक। एम आई राइट?
Because you were saying so.
हाँ, दैट वाज अ लिटिल बिट टंग इन चीक, यास्मीन मैम।
Hmm?
हाँ, नॉट बिकॉज आई सेड, नहीं, किसी को नहीं लगता वो लाइक वहां पर अजीब नहीं लगता बोलचाल में, क्योंकि लोग बोलते रहते हैं, ठीक है। बात समझ में आई? और ये लाइन बोलने में बहुत लोग बोलेंगे, बोलने के लिए बोलेंगे बहुत लोग, इट्स ऑल राइट। कोलोकियली इतना मायने नहीं रखता। आप समझ में आ रहा है थोड़ा सा फर्क स्पोकन इंग्लिश और रिटन में? लेकिन जब आप इसको फॉर्मल करोगे, थोड़ा करेक्ट करना चाहोगे, तो लाइक लाइक इज यूज टू कंपेयर, टू शो सिमिलैरिटीज। ओके, यहाँ पर जब मैंने कहा था लॉट ऑफ बिग स्टार्स लाइक सलमान खान, नो, लॉट ऑफ बिग स्टार्स सच एज सलमान खान आर कमिंग। ओके, तो यहाँ लाइक अच्छा नहीं था, वो खांटी ग्रामर, लाइक यू हैव टू बी वेरी प्योर। इसलिए लैंग्वेज में बहुत परेशानियां हैं, इसलिए हम लोग कभी भी परफेक्ट नहीं हो पाते, ठीक है। परफेक्ट वर्ड एग्जिस्ट नहीं करता लैंग्वेज में, ओके, होना भी नहीं है। आपको क्या लगता है, आपने कई लोगों को यहाँ इनवाइट होते हुए देखा, राइट, आगे भी होंगे, तो आपको क्या लगता है सबसे ज्यादा चीज क्या मायने रखती है? कोई अगर बाय द वे जैसे कोई आया, अंग्रेज, अमेरिकन, ऑस्ट्रेलियन कोई, आप उससे बात कर रहे हैं, आप जाके वहां रह रहे हैं, तो क्या वो अगर एक दो सेंटेंस में कोई एक दो वर्ड इधर उधर उनका हो रहा है, ठीक है, तो क्या उससे उनको कोई मुश्किल है, कोई इसके लिए उनके लिए प्रॉब्लम है? नहीं ना। यही बात समझनी बहुत जरूरी है। हमें समझ बनानी है ना। उनको कोई भी टेक्स्ट दोगे इंग्लिश में लिखा हुआ, तो ज्यादा चांस है कि अगर उनके फील्ड से बाहर नहीं, मान लो कोई हिस्टोरियन है, ठीक है, ऑस्ट्रेलिया में कोई हिस्टोरियन है, हिस्ट्री का प्रोफेसर, तुम उसको एक फिजिक्स सब्जेक्ट का एक थीसिस ले जाके दे दो इंग्लिश में लिखा हुआ एक पैसेज में, उसको समझ में आ जाएगा,
No, sir.
क्योंकि उसके फील्ड से बाहर हो जाता है। लेकिन नॉर्मल बातचीत, उसके न्यूज़पेपर में कोई भी आर्टिकल आएगा, न्यूज़पेपर तो लोगों के लिए होती है। आई होप यू अंडरस्टैंड।
Yes.
तो वो भले ही एक दो चीज ना समझे उसमें, लेकिन ओवरऑल आइडिया समझेगा ना क्या पढ़ रहा है वो आर्टिकल में। तो आप लोग पैसेजेस पढ़ के ओवरऑल आइडिया निकालने लायक बनना चाहते हैं, ये कोशिश करिए। दैट शुड बी योर एम। योर एम शुड नॉट बी टू नॉट मेक एनी मिस्टेक्स, ओके। वो होएगा ही नहीं, कभी नहीं होगा। What you can achieve is you read a passage and you understand what you read, and you do not misunderstand what you read. When you talk to somebody, you understand what the person is saying. You don't misunderstand what they're saying. That should be your aim. मैं आपको बताता हूँ एक स्टोरी। There is a teacher on YouTube, and he was teaching something. वहाँ उसने एक लाइन लिखी, since last 2 years, ओके। तो मैंने उनको मैसेज करके बताया since last 2 years सही नहीं है। तो उन्होंने कहा क्यों? तो मैं बता सकता था उनको कि भाई सिंपल सी वजह है, आप सिंस लगाते हो पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम के लिए, पॉइंट इन टाइम के लिए, ठीक है, ये नहीं है। तो ये लास्ट 2 इयर्स पॉइंट इन टाइम नहीं है, नहीं बोलिए सिंस। मैंने उनको लिख दिया कि अरे वो आप सिंस 2 इयर्स वो बोल सकते हैं। अब वो एकदम लकीर का फकीर आदमी, जो कि वो ग्रामर पढ़ाता है, उसको इंग्लिश नहीं आती है, जब उसको आप बोलते हुए सुनोगे समझ में आ जाएगा कि उसके इंग्लिश की स्किल्स उतनी नहीं है, ठीक है। तो लेकिन आप पढ़ते हैं ना ग्रामर, 10 साल से 15 साल से पढ़ा रहे, तो आपको रूल्स याद हो जाते हैं, राइट। तो रूल्स किस भाषा में याद होते हैं? हिंदी में याद होते हैं। आप समझ रहे हो मेरी बात कहने का मतलब? अगर कोई टीचर 15 साल से इंग्लिश पढ़ा रहा है ग्रामर, तो सारे रूल्स उसके दिमाग में रहेंगे कि नहीं, बोलते बोलते एक ही चीज बार बार। लेकिन उसकी इंग्लिश की समझ किस चीज से टेस्ट होगी? वो रूल्स बोलने से या उस रूल के एप्लीकेशन से?
एप्लीकेशन
Right. तो जैसे मैंने लिखा, वो आर्गुमेंट पे आ गए कि नहीं, ऐसा थोड़ी है, कभी हो सकता है कि सिंस और अगो एक साथ आ जाए, ये तो ग्रामर में पॉसिबल नहीं है, आपके पास दिमाग नहीं है। मैं उनको बता पाता इससे पहले कि, मतलब मैं सोच रहा था कि मैं उनको बताऊं कि आप फॉर्मल रूल्स की बात करें, मैं एक सेंस की बात कर रहा हूं। आप समझिए, सिंस जब आप बोलते हो, व्हाट इट मीन्स। सिंस मीन्स अ मोमेंट, 2 years ago इज अ मोमेंट, ओके। तो आप यूज
Point
कर
in time.
सकते हैं उसको। हाँ, उसको आप एक इनफॉर्मली यूज कर सकते हैं। आई एम नॉट एडवोकेटिंग फॉर इट टू बी यूज्ड इन फॉर्मल इंग्लिश। अभी मैंने बोला था ना लाइक वाला चीज, कि वो बोला जा सकता है 100%, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, लेकिन हाँ एग्जाम वगैरह में कुछ जगह ये एरर के तौर पे दिया जा सकता है, सच एज बोलना है आपको। तो ऐसे कई लोग हैं जो इस तरह की छोटी छोटी चीजें गलत कर रहे हैं, लेकिन उनकी अंडरस्टैंडिंग इतनी अच्छी है इंग्लिश की कि कोई भी कुछ भी चीज हो इंग्लिश में उनको अजीब नहीं लगता, और का नहीं होते। वो मायने रखता है ना दोस्तों, आपका हासिल करना, कि आप एक भी गलती नहीं करते, ये मायने रखता है। और आपको मान लो कुछ ऐसे टीचर्स हैं जो इतनी बातें ही पढ़ाते हैं और उसमें गलतियां कभी कुछ नहीं करते, लेकिन वो इतनी बातें पढ़ा रहे हैं, गिन के 4-10 चीज, ठीक है, और उससे बाहर ना वो जा सकते ना, कुछ समझ नहीं आएगा। उनको एक पैसेज दे दो और 5 सवाल पूछ दो पैसेज के बारे में, उनका दिमाग बंद हो जाएगा, क्योंकि इसमें रूल्स नहीं, एप्लीकेशन चाहिए होगी, राइट। आप उनको दो लोगों की बातचीत सुना दो और पूछो कि क्या बातचीत हुई दोनों की बीच, बताइए, और कंफ्यूज हो जाए वो, तो ये अच्छी चीज नहीं है ना एक टीचर के लिए, एक स्टूडेंट के लिए। एक अल्टीमेट हम हमारा क्या होना चाहिए, टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस लैंग्वेज, ना कि रूल्स रटा होना। तो वो बता रहा हूं कि आपको एक सेंटेंस देता हूं, ठीक है, ये बहुत स्टैंडर्ड नहीं है, लेकिन इट इज नॉट ग्रामेटिकली इनकरेक्ट, ओके। स्टैंडर्ड बोलने का मेरे मतलब है ज्यादा बोला नहीं जाएगा। पुलिस आपको पकड़ के ले जा रही है, फलनवा को तुमने मारा है, आप बोले अरे पागल हो गए सर, हम 2 साल पहले मिले थे, 2 साल से हम देखे नहीं है उसको, ठीक है। तो यू कैन से लास्ट टाइम आई सॉ हिम वाज 2 years ago, राइट, आई हैवंट सीन हिम एवर सिंस, हम देख हुए नहीं उसको, हैवंट सीन हिम एवर सिंस, ठीक है। अब इन्हीं बातों को आपके मुंह से ऐसे निकल गया, आई हैवंट सीन हिम सिंस आई लास्ट सॉ हिम 2 years ago, I haven't seen him since I last saw him 2 years ago. I haven't eaten any non-veg item since the chicken I ate last week. और बात समझ में आ रही है दोस्तों? I haven't eaten anything non-veg. I haven't eaten anything non-veg. महसूस करो दोस्तों, it's easy. You can easily feel it. I haven't eaten anything non-veg since the chicken curry last week. अभी last week के जगह 7 days ago रख दो. I haven't eaten anything non-veg since the chicken curry 7 days ago. तो हो गया ना कि आखिरी चीज आप कब खाए थे नॉनवेज में, 7 दिन पहले एक चिकन करी, उसके बाद से आप कुछ नहीं खाए हैं। तो ये एकदम करेक्ट सेंटेंस है ग्रामेटिकली, ये मैं जरूर मानूंगा। इट इज नॉट द मोस्ट स्टैंडर्ड व्हेन आई से, आई मीन टू से कि इसमें ये नेचुरल बहुत नहीं है बहुत, लेकिन हाँ बोलने वाले बोल लेंगे, कोई दिक्कत नहीं इंग्लिश में। बस आपको ये बात बोलने का जबरदस्ती कि अगो नहीं होता, सिंस के साथ नहीं आता, आप जरूर बोल सकते हैं स्टैंडर्ड इंग्लिश में। तो देर आर 2 types of इंग्लिश, वन प्रिस्क्रिप्टिव एंड द अदर प्रैक्टिकल। प्रिस्क्रिप्टिव में होता है कि क्या होना चाहिए क्या नहीं होना चाहिए। तो जो टीचर सिर्फ प्रिस्क्रिप्टिव की बात करे उनका नॉलेज लिमिटेड रहेगा दोस्तों। हमें प्रिस्क्रिप्टिव जानना चाहिए, प्लस वी शुड ऑल्सो नो प्रैक्टिकल इंग्लिश। प्रिस्क्रिप्टिव मतलब दोस्तों जो प्रिस्क्राइब किया जाता है, ऐसे लिखा जाना चाहिए, जो चाहिए वो हम कर नहीं रहे हैं पूरी दुनिया में कोई भी भाषा के साथ। हर एक भाषा के कई रूल्स हैं जो होने चाहिए, बट थिंग्स आर चेंजिंग बिकॉज वी आर इन कॉन्स्टेंट टच विद ईच अदर, वी आर इन्फ्लुएंसिंग ईच अदर, ओके, इन द यूज ऑफ द लैंग्वेज। तो बी प्रैक्टिकल एंड अंडरस्टैंड थिंग्स दिस वे। वो एकदम रिजिड, कहते हैं लकीर के फकीर, फॉर और सिंस और अगो नहीं हो सकता एक साथ, इस बात में अड़े हुए। ये नहीं देख रहे कि उन्होंने सिंस लास्ट 2 years लिख दिया, इसका कोई मतलब भी नहीं होता सिंस लास्ट 2 years, क्योंकि आपको पता है फॉर और सिंस का डिफरेंस। फॉर इज यूज फॉर टाइम पीरियड एंड सिंस इज यूज फॉर अ पॉइंट इन टाइम। मैंने 2021 के बाद से, ठीक है, चिकन नहीं खाया है। आई हैवंट ईटन चिकन सिंस 2021। अब अगर सिंस में इसमें 3 years में बोलूं, फॉर द पास्ट 3 years आई हैवंट ईटन चिकन फॉर द पास्ट 3 years। यहाँ सिंस लास्ट 3 years नहीं बोल सकते। लेकिन साहब वो उस चीज को छोड़ के इस बात पे अड़ गए क्योंकि मैंने ये बोल दिया, मैंने बोला प्रैक्टिकल सेंस से, ओके, और वो अड़ गए इस बात पे, और उस बात पे ध्यान नहीं दे रहे कि उन्होंने सिंस लास्ट 2 years बोला हुआ है, बेकार है, ठीक है। सिर्फ ये बताना चाह रहा हूं कि आप में से कोई भी खाली प्रिस्क्रिप्टिव ग्रामर पे ध्यान ना दे। प्रिस्क्रिप्टिव ग्रामर होता है कि क्या होना चाहिए, वो लिमिट कर देगा आपको, आपको बहुत सी चीजें गलत लगेंगी बोलचाल की। आपको दोनों का एहसास होना चाहिए। मैंने सच एज और लाइक दोनों बताया ना आपको। अब सुनिए दूसरा जाने से पहले जल्दी से. He is taller than me, he is taller than I. दोनों ही ओके हैं. बोलचाल के लिए he is taller than me, और ग्रामर के हिसाब से he is taller than I. ये नहीं कर सकते आप कि एक taller than I बता के बच्चों को कह दे कि taller than me गलत है. अरे एग्जाम में गलत है भाई, because it violates prescriptive grammar rule. Okay, but practically which is more common? He's taller than me. If there are, let's say, 1 billion people who speak English, 900 million people will say this, and 1 million people, 100 million people might choose I, 10%. 90% people will not. Now, what is correct? What is the use of it being correct? What's the point of it being correct? Only 10% people use it. And those 10% people are not necessarily educated. They're rigid. एक नेचर होता है रिजिड होने वाला. भाषा में रिजिड होना ना एक पर्सनालिटी होती है. उनको हम लोग प्यूरिस्ट बोलते हैं. प्यूरिस्ट्स. ओके, जो ज्यादा रिजिड होंगे. नहीं, ऐसा नहीं हो सकता. मत बोलो कैन आई गो आउट सर, बोलो मे आई गो आउट सर. हम लोग नहीं डांटते बच्चों को. हम लोग कहते हैं यार कैन आई गो आउट सर, या प्लीज. कुछ टीचर्स एकदम चिल्लाने लगे, कैन आई गो आउट क्यों बोल रहे हो, मे आई गो आउट बोलो, परमिशन मांग रहे हो. ठीक है. कैन इज यूज फॉर परमिशन. कई जगह आप देखेंगे कैन इज यूज फॉर परमिशन इनफॉर्मली. ऑफ कोर्स आई एम नॉट सेइंग कि वो मे गलत है. बस आपको खाली ये पता होना चाहिए कि प्रिस्क्रिप्टिव ग्रामर इज नॉट व्हाट द वर्ल्ड इज स्पीकिंग. द वर्ल्ड, whether it is people in England, people in America, the world is not speaking prescriptive grammar. They are not following prescriptive grammar in their speech. So you should be aware of what prescriptive grammar is, but you should also be informed about practical grammar. All right, everyone? Let's wrap up. So what it's almost over, isn't it?
Sir,
Always more tired than him after.
Yes.
Sir, how to say? You may be my teacher, but I want to win you the game.
I won't let you win. I won't let you.
Yeah. I
Won't let you win. I won't let you win.
I won't let you win, sir.
You may be my teacher, but don't
I
expect any
want-
concessions in the game. I want to
Yes, sir.
say the same things to you. You may be my students, but don't expect any mercy from me. Okay.
Sir, I will wait and send me the link, please, sir.
Walk.
Me too, sir.
And I know
Oh,
it's
sorry,
very
sir.
lucky
No,
that
it's
I
not.
haven't had to take him to the vets very often, because that definitely isn't free.
And I'm very lucky that I don't have to take him to the vet very often, because that's very expensive. That costs money. Whatever. मैंने exact नई words use नहीं किए, repeat नहीं किए, because I don't remember what he said. But here, this is what he said, no, that, I'm very lucky that I don't have to take him to the vet a lot, okay, because it costs money. Doctors cost money. Okay, so you have homework, guys. Homework is in the main book. Homework दे देता हूँ. My favorite. There are 3 stories, everybody. Okay, 3 stories about 3 pictures. So please choose the story you want to read. Read carefully, a lot of times. Just choose your story. Tiger story, tiger picture, or this wood picture, the picture of the wood, or the picture of the girls. Okay. So there are 3 pictures and 3 descriptions and the whole story about the pictures. You have to read. You have to read one story, everybody. Just one story, as many times as you want. When we meet on Monday, we are going to have a discussion. Okay? So everybody has the book?
No, sir, I don't have.
Uh-huh. 2 people don't. I'll see you all tomorrow. I mean on Monday.
Next class.
We will meet tomorrow in the afternoon at 3 for a grammar lesson. Bye, everyone. Take care. Good night.